Good morning everyone, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Misha, I'm a UK podiatrist practicing here in Jamaica. If you're watching from warm sunny Jamaica or maybe chilly cold England, maybe the US or maybe Canada, welcome. Today we're tackling a foot care issue that almost everyone deals with, whether it's mild, moderate or severe, foot callus, thickened skin, or hyperkeratosis, as it's also known as, cause a lot of discomfort. Look here on my screen. This is a patient who came into my clinic in Jamaica. They suffered from really painful, hard skin. Now look at the difference one treatment has made to their feet. They could barely walk when they came in, and they left feeling so much more comfortable. In this video, I am gonna walk you through exactly what foot callus is, why we get them. I'm going to show you podiatrist clears them away safely and gently. So let's get to it. Hello, I'm here at MediConnect and it's such a beautiful day. I'm going to show you inside and this is where I'll be working, doing your feet. Hello everyone, it's Misha. I'm the podiatrist here at MediConnect. Look at this beautiful treatment room and look at this beautiful space we're in. Clean, fresh, modern, absolutely beautiful. So come and book your appointment here to get those feet seen to. First things first, what actually is a callus? So in the medical world and podiatry, we refer to this as hyperkeratosis. And this is just a fancy word for thickened skin, localized, thickened, hard skin. A callus is not a disease. It's actually your body's brilliant defense mechanism to protect itself from injury. When a specific area of the foot gets friction or gets excessive pressure, skin responds by building up a shield. It piles on dense layers of dead skin to lay and cover those delicate tissues from stress. Here's when the problem starts. If that hard skin builds up and up and up, it becomes noticeably thicker. When that protective shield gets too thick, it loses its natural elasticity, hardens, and it can begin to press on sensitive areas. Sometimes sensitive areas such as nerves, and it can cause burning pain, aching, and eventually that thick callus under the weight of your body can cause cracking. And this is when people get severe pain. Why is this condition so widespread across Jamaica? There are a couple of reasons. One main reason is slippers and sandal lifestyle. In Jamaica, a lot of people wear open-backed footwear, sliders, sandals, slippers. These are daily essentials for keeping the feet cool. However, they also allow the feet to become really dry. Also, with sandals that lack support, your feet continuously move around and your heels may slide back and forth. Repetitive mechanical stress triggers your heels to build up a protective layer. So dryness and your heels sliding around in your sandal, building up a protective layer, are two reasons why calluses cause problems here in Jamaica. Here in Jamaica, we also have harder floors. We walk on tiles, we walk on hard concrete. So the surface plays a big impact on ground reaction forces, causing hard skin and callus. Now, if you're in the UK, or maybe in Toronto and other colder climates, the cold can also play a factor as to why we build up hard skin. Seasonal winter shifts require using artificial central heating. And when you go from the outside colder weather to the inside warmer weather, again, this can really dry out the skin. And as your skin dries out, those thick calluses build up due to a lack of moisture. And again, this can cause cracking or splitting of the skin. Okay, so let's examine a real life patient that walked into my clinic here in Jamaica. So here is the before photo. So as you can see, this patient walked in. To be honest, I shouldn't even say she walked in, she came limping in. And you can see really thick, dense, yellow, hard skin in mainly two areas. You can also see an overlying area of whiteness, so it's showing that it's really dry. And this hyperkeratosis affected her on her big toe, under the MTPJ joint of the foot, around areas 2 and 3. Explained that she could barely walk, she was hobbling, she couldn't stand bare feet, and that these areas are just extremely painful, and they've just been getting worse and worse and worse over time. A lot of people attempt to resolve their hard skin using all types of devices I've heard. Cheese graters, Dremels. Honestly, I've heard so many home remedies, but this is not what you do. This is definitely not what you do. You run a massive risk of cutting the skin if you do not know what you're doing, and if you're using unsterilized equipment, you also have the risk of infection, and this can become highly dangerous, especially if you have an underlying health condition such as diabetes. So here's how we properly resolve this condition in a professional clinical environment. First of all, we take a detailed patient assessment. We want to understand what underlying health issues the patient has, what the patient's physical activity is, what medication the patient is on. We can also look at the gait of the patient. So I normally get the patient to walk up and down and stand and sit to also determine where the areas of high pressure are. Following this, I then use careful, gentle, safe clinical debridement. Debridement involves using a sterile scalpel to gently remove and slice away any thick, hard skin causing pain. Because the tissue is entirely dead, hardened skin cells, it's completely free to remove. Feels like a mild, gentle scraping is how I would explain it. The area can be beautifully smoothed over. Using a specialized foot file, high urea emollient can be applied to the area to help encourage softening of the hard skin. Let me show you the after photo. And look at this, just so much better, much better. Skin looks soft. It looks a lot more healthy. Skin has now become flexible and less rigid, can comfortably stretch and absorb shock when the patient is now standing and walking. Not always necessary, but this patient did actually walk away with some insoles, some orthotics, to again help take away any excessive shock from disrupting those areas. Footwear advice was also given to this patient to help them walk more comfortable. My top tips on what you can do to help your feet at home with hyperkeratosis and hard skin. So tip number 1, I would say gently file your feet very regular. Use a good foot file, but as I say, be gentle, and you want to get the skin so it's nice and even. You never want to file away too much because that can be excruciating to stand on after it's been done. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, moisturize those hard skin areas and all over your feet, except in between the toes. So if you suffer again from hard skin, you want to use a high concentration urea-based emollient. So this can be 10% urea, can even be 25% urea-based emollient. And I'll put some examples around the screen of brands that I highly recommend. 3, footwear. Footwear will be your best friend because if you get it right, it will make all the difference in terms of reducing your hard skin. Where I tend to recommend are trainers. These are brilliant at keeping a bit of moisture in, and they're brilliant for shock absorption. And these two things, as I said, will help reduce the callus buildup by taking the pressure away from the areas and by locking in a little bit of moisture. To recap, file those hard skin areas lightly but regular, like twice a week or once a week. Apply a urea-based emollient every single day to help soften the hard skin. And step number 3 is you want to use a footwear, something like a trainer, to help keep in some moisture and also to help take away shock from those areas that are put under high pressure. If you're here living in Jamaica, or you have family and friends or relatives here living in Jamaica, their feet are giving them a problem, I encourage you to share this video with them. No need for them to suffer. There's no need for them to do any home remedies, because us podiatrists are here to help. Free to come and see me here directly at Good Souls Foot Clinic. I have 3 clinics across Jamaica, 1 in Mandeville, 1 in Maypen, and 1 in Kingston. Message directly through to WhatsApp, or you can leave me an email, you can give me a call, whatever way is easier for you to get in touch with me. I have appointments running Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, most mornings and most afternoons. Feel free to secure your appointment today. Say thank you for watching. If you like this video or any foot care videos, feel free to follow Good Souls Foot Clinic here on YouTube. Equally, please give me a thumbs up to like the video, share the video with family members and friends, the notification bell, and also subscribe. Look good, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.